Savia David, the soul of samba. In the vibrant heart of Brazil, where the rhythm of samba pulses through every street like blood through veins, a woman named Savia David dances not just with her body, but with her soul. Her story is not just about samba. It's about resilience, heritage, beauty, and the quiet power of purpose. At a time when samba is as much a cultural movement as it is a celebration, Savia stands out as one of the fiercest ambassadors of the art. Born and raised in a neighborhood where music and movement were part of everyday life, Savia was surrounded by the beats of the drum and the sway of samba since childhood. Her mother, a woman of great pride and modest means, taught her early on to find joy in rhythm. Her father, a street vendor, told stories of old-school parades and neighborhood blocos. From a young age, Savia felt the pulse of the avenue calling her. At just 6 years old, Savia joined a community dance group that rehearsed weekly at a local cultural center. It was there that she first felt the energy of samba no pé, the intricate footwork that would become her language for life. Her instructors quickly saw something rare. She didn't just follow choreography, she felt it, improvised it, embodied it. She wasn't just a dancer in training, she was a spirit in motion. As a child, she danced in small parades and local events, but her hunger to learn and improve never faded. She trained for hours, even practicing at home on the tile floors with bare feet, mimicking the movements she saw from the greats on TV. Every year during Carnival, she would sit in awe, studying every costume, every step, dreaming of her own moment under the lights. By the time she turned 15, Savia was already one of the most recognized young passistas in her community. She had earned the respect of older dancers, not only for her explosive energy and musicality, but for her humility and consistency. She was always first to arrive, last to leave, never afraid to redo a sequence 5, 10, 20 times until it was perfect. At 17, Savia made her debut on a grander stage, joining one of Rio's most prestigious samba schools as a featured dancer in their Carnival procession. The experience was life-changing. The roar of the crowd, the heat of the lights, the thunder of the drums, it all fused together in a moment of transcendence. She didn't just dance, she became the music. Her performance caught the attention of the media, choreographers, and fans. Clips of her radiant movement went viral on social media. Overnight, she gained thousands of followers, drawn in not only by her technique, but by the authentic emotion behind her every move. But fame never distracted her. For Savia, samba was always more than a spotlight. It was service. She began offering workshops in neighboring favelas, especially for young girls who, like her, came from limited means but limitless dreams. She believed that samba could empower them, not just on stage, but in life. As her visibility grew, she used her platform to highlight the Afro-Brazilian roots of samba, reminding her audience that the dance was born from struggle and resistance. She often spoke about the women who came before her, the Black sambistas who danced barefoot on dirt roads, whose names history rarely recorded, but whose legacy lives on in every beat. She began studying samba not just as dance, but as cultural history. She read about the formation of samba schools, the religious syncretism of candomblé and Catholicism, the symbolism of parade themes. She understood that every costume, every rhythm, every float was layered with political, spiritual, and artistic meaning. By her early 20s, Savia had become more than just a featured dancer. She was being talked about as a future Rainha de Bateria, Queen of the Drums. And in 2024, that dream became reality. She was crowned queen of a top-tier samba school, a title that required more than talent. It demanded leadership, poise, athleticism, charisma, and devotion. The crown brought prestige, but also pressure. The queen is the heartbeat of the parade. She leads the drum corps with her movement. If her energy falters, the spirit of the samba school does too. But Savia didn't falter. She thrived. Her entrance on the avenue became one of the most viewed Carnival videos of the year. News outlets called her the goddess of the groove. Fans nicknamed her Rainha do Sentimento, the queen of feeling. Behind the glamour, her preparation was relentless. Months before Carnival, she trained up to 6 hours a day. Samba drills, strength workouts, choreography sessions, costume fittings, and mental conditioning. She treated her role not like a gig, but like an Olympic sport. But even at the height of fame, she stayed rooted in community. she launched a dance program called Pé no Chão, Feet on the Ground, offering free classes and cultural education to teens across Rio. She also started mentoring younger passistas, helping them navigate both the opportunities and dangers of fame. Her social media remained authentic, filled with behind-the-scenes laughter, training bloopers, motivational talks, and celebrations of her students. She didn't just show the shine, she showed the work. In one interview, when asked what samba meant to her, Savia replied, "It's the language I use to pray. It's how I honor the people who dance before me and how I fight for those who will dance after." Her style is often described as earthy yet divine. Her movements begin deep in the hips, grounded, sensual, rooted in the floor, but then they ascend, elevated by her arms, her eyes, her presence. She doesn't just dance the beat, she translates it. As she continues to evolve, Savia is branching into new projects. She's developing a documentary series about women in samba, both past and present. She's collaborating with costume designers to create pieces that reflect environmental and spiritual themes. She's even been invited to speak at universities about samba as cultural resistance. Today, Savia David is no longer just a dancer. She's a cultural icon, a teacher, a symbol of dignity and dynamism. She represents a generation of artists who blend performance with purpose and tradition with innovation, glamour with depth. Whether you see her leading a parade in gold and feathers or barefoot on a studio floor teaching a child how to samba for the first time, one thing is clear: she dances with every fiber of her being. She dances for her ancestors, for her students, for her city, for the rhythm that raised her. So next time you hear the distant call of the drums and your heart starts to follow the beat, imagine Savia, spinning, glowing, commanding the avenue. She's not just dancing samba, she is samba.
Nas sombras há segredos guardados.